I've returned, people, from my one-day hiatus playing Elder Scrolls Online. I'm back here playing The Witcher 3 for all of ye. Now, I do have to admit that The Witcher 3 is, well, Witcher 3 is awesome, but the... Oh, you blew up while you were hitting me, you little bastard. Witcher 3 is awesome, but Elder Scrolls Online, I'm not going to play through for you guys on YouTube. I'm going to play through that, I'm streaming that live on Twitch. So every night at 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock, you're going to see me on Twitch streaming that, and that's about it. So just remember that. If you want to see me playing Elder Scrolls Online, just follow me on Twitch, and 10 o'clock at night, 8 o'clock at night, check me out. Or you can go to Miss Barrett's apartment and check her out. Come on, dick. Blow up. So yeah, yesterday I was playing Elder Scrolls Online all day to get the review up, which I did. Which, by the way, the review is getting a whole bunch of views. I'm surprised. I wasn't sure. The first 15 minutes got some, but the review is getting a bunch of reviews. Ooh, I finally got mistletoe, finally. What's down here? I mean, I know I've checked this before. I think this is a way out of something. But I just want to double check anyway. So yeah, check it out. Ooh. An empty chest. Very nice. So check me out on twitch.tv/cdthebookman.com. I said it on my review. I will be on there tonight. Tonight. I already had a Man of La Mancha reference. It was great. I mean, the only problem is that only 2 people. Now, my friend Beer Bong Jin, who I also call Primetime Stevie, he's been streaming with a woman named The Mab Show and another woman named Pink Latex. And they're very entertaining, but because they're women and they play video games, forget it. They are ridiculously popular. And The Mab Show apparently now is becoming like a big-time superstar on Twitch. Which, get it? Which is pretty interesting. You know, she's good. She's not me, but nobody's that good. Because nobody gets hit once by a drowner and then goes, oh, fuck you. Blurred. Now, what were we doing? Let's get back to this game. Let's forget about Twitch and shit for a while. Let's get back to The Witcher 3. What we were doing here on this 100-plus hour game is... The game is over 100 hours long, if you want it to be. I mean, I kind of do, but at the same time, I'm not sure you guys would want to watch 100 hours worth of me. I mean, it would take like 3 months to get through it, by the way. Maybe. Wait, let me think. It'd be like 50 days. It would be a month. It'd be about 2 months. About 2 months for me to get through this game if I do everything. So I'm going to try to do as much as I possibly can. It's a complete walkthrough in the sense that you're going to see the whole game played. It's whether or not I want to partake in every side quest. And I'm supposed to be getting some kind of DLC because I did pre-order it and everything. So I'm just trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do. But, yeah, so what we're doing here is we're going to help Kira Metz. Kira Metz sent us off to find this tower where apparently there are just tons of enemies. Wait, am I getting any kind of something? There are apparently a shit ton of rot fiends and ghouls. But this is Fyke Island. I love how this thing just keeps leaping towards me. Okay, alright. Enough, dick! Back the fuck off, alright? You fucking assholes. All I gotta do is kill one of you in the middle. I mean, of course I can if I'm getting slapped by like 10 of you. Alright, bullshit, okay? Bull fucking shit. Damn it. Come on, get out of the fucking way, man. Fuck. The only problem with that dive is that, like, you totally lose your place. What is going on with the enemies here? Why are there like so many enemies here? Now suddenly they're ghouls too? What the fart bot? The only good thing about ghouls is if they're on your level, they don't hurt you. Like, they basically don't do anything. But then again, if you gotta hit them 600... My weapon is just gonna be completely shot. Guys, go suck a dick, okay? Suck a dick. Okay, let me... The one... You know what's so great about these games? The ones right in front of you, like right next to you, you can't focus on. Like, you can't lock on to the one that's standing right next to you. It's always the ones that are 10 miles away. Like, yeah, if this guy's over here slapping me, I would like to lock onto him as opposed to, like, a guy 10,000 miles away. Alright, now you saw how many enemies I fought, right? You saw how many enemies I fought? I got, like, 40 experience points out of that. All this annoyance and all these things bitch slapping me. Bitch slap you. And all I got out of it was 40 experience. Fucking blow me. Nah, yeah, you know what? Meditate this shit. I want my swallow back. So this is Fyke Island, and Fyke Island is a very interesting place. We have here a water hag. Water hags suck ass. The reason why water hags suck ass is, as you've seen, well, this is one thing that they do. They go in the water, and then they pop up behind you. Then they throw this shit at you, which stuns you for like... So now I can't swing a sword, I can't do anything. Then I have to lock onto her again. And then she does this. And every time there's space, she's going to toss that shit at you. So try to use Igni so you can set her on fire. And you'll give yourself an opportunity while she's freaking out to kill her. She doesn't give you a lot of good... But she gives you something. Now I got to get myself reconnected with this game.
Wonder what led them here. Hunger or greed.
I was telling you the last time before I shut down a couple of days ago, I was telling you that there was a mistake that I made, a terrible, egregious error. A terrible, egregious error I made.
I'm here to ask nicely.
That led to me finding out that the smartest move is not the one I took, and I'm going to show you what that is. Alright, so we're going to examine this.
Full of rats. As many dead as alive. Think they're feeding on...
Just Geralt, stop. You needn't be so detailed.
Let's try Kira's lamp.
Kitties. Rat feet. Alright, so if you see this, you're going to feel your controller rumble a bit. When you see this, we're going to whip out the lantern. And, wait, let's...
Blood.
Some more.
Many must have died here.
Fire. So over here, we're going to go... Nope. How do I cancel this? So we're going to put the magic lamp on, and we're going to...
Where's that noble? Lying here, quiet.
Now you have to make sure that you stay facing them, otherwise it's going to replay what you just saw.
Lying here, quiet as a mouse. Head split open like a rotted pumpkin. More like a peasant now. Sloshing around in his own blood and shite. Be nothing noble about him. Too quick a death they gave him. Should have been made to suffer. He's not the end of it. Sons can suffer for him, and the daughter. To the top!
So that's one scene. Now, there is a basement area. Before we go up, we're gonna go... We get more to loot. A Velen longsword. We're going to. I said, look at it. So make sure that you that you have chosen the magic lamp from your satchel and go to these green areas. And I think you can do this anywhere. No, I know you can do this anywhere if you keep the magic lamp, but I'm not sure if there are any spots other than these.
Rich folk. Doubt I'll ever understand them. Keeping rats in cages like rabbits.
Let him out, maybe? Like to die of hunger if we leave him there.
I'd sooner burn the vermin. Releasing them's not like to bring no good. Imagine the harm they'd do if they swam back to the village.
Swam? Rats? How do you figure they'd do that?
You needn't fret for them. Clever little bastards. Clever than you.
They seem sluggish to you. Got the mange, maybe? Oh, and that stench!
And every time you see one, you get 50 experience points. So I got more experience points just doing that than I did fighting all those enemies. See? Wait, we only... Right, 1,000. 1,000! So we have to get 1,000. So after we go here, and now we can go up these stairs. Now we're going to look around again, because there might be something that we... to examine. Place is a disaster area. See, up there's another place for spirits to talk to us. But before we do that, let's... just double check. Okay. So we're going to only look at this scene.
Don't start, Annabelle. Back to your craft. Always bending my ear about fool peasants. I'll not hear of them again. That simpleton turned your head. But one Graham hardly makes the rest courtly, one and all.
My lord, peasants. They're through the door in the tower.
Alright, what do we got here? We got flies flying around. That's what flies do. Yeah, things wouldn't be so rancid if... like, flies wouldn't be so rancid if they didn't hang around rotten food and shit. I think it's more a perspective or perception than it is the actual truth. Explore the tower. Well, that's exactly what I'm doing. So we have more ghosts there. Hardened lumber. Now they call it a tower for obvious reasons. It is. I don't know why it's saying that I need to go downstairs. Maybe there's something else I missed. I know there's two ways, but there are two ways to go downstairs, but it's not any better. You are killing me. I'm gonna keep those runestones. No better. Alright, so... in here we have something else to loot. Ammo.
Gold! Piles of it! Oh, won't do the dead any good now, will it? Strange it's still here. The noble died a time ago. Who's that? Show yourself. Anyone there? Who are you?
100 experience points for that. Yeah. Well, you know, before we go up, let's go back down and let's see what this thing's coming. Because apparently we missed something. Or I missed something. Alright, so, is it outside or is it... I mean, it could be outside. It's this level. What the hell could I have missed? On this side. This was the basement that I... That must be... This is the outside. No, that's locked. Okay, we need a key. I think we can get a key upstairs. And in there is some kind of treasure chest or something. Alright, so this is where we were before. Let's loot all this. Meteorite ore, alchemy paste. Very important items. Meteorite ore is good for making silver sword. Good silver sword. Not crappy silver sword. These are beds. Alright, so we go up one more level, and then we're gonna see what is going on.
Where are you? Have you got to the laboratory at the top of the tower yet?
I'm at the top. Nothing here that looks like a laboratory.
Then you've not reached the highest level. Look for a passage.
Yes, man.
Someone dragged something across the floor. Or dragged it from one wall to the other. Repeated.
As you can see, the flames are green, kind of like it's Vilfire from the Dark Depth Dragon Age Inquisition. Wait, I want to examine that. Talk to the hand. Why can I not examine that? And we open the door. So. Now, are there any spirits here that want to talk or anything? Imagine, like, you wanted to talk to spirits, you just flash a lamp at them, and suddenly you're talking to spirits. Or at least seeing them talking to each other before they die. That'd be pretty cool. Paranormal investigators wouldn't need to.
Pretty well equipped, too.
Sakobasti Takatechan.
Experimenting on humans. Never would have gotten away with it if the Conclave were still in charge.
We have human specimens, ladies and gentlemen. Before I speak to them... Now there's another level up here. But we can't get to that yet because there's a door that's locked. Oh, no, that is the highest. Okay. So I don't think this is where... Maybe it is. Let's take a look. Yep. There she is.
Why did you leave? You claimed to love me. I'm cold. Why has no one come for me? I cannot leave this place. I see no way out. Who are you? Do you seek to hurt me as well?
Don't be afraid. I want to lift the curse that grips this island. Your turn to tell me who you are. The other ghosts, they couldn't see me.
I'm special. Always was. The rare beauty. The Lord's daughter. These lands, as far as the eye can see, were ours. My family and I, we hid in the Mage's Tower to await the war's end, the end of hard times. It was not to be forever.
Mage who lived here. Who was he?
Alexander? I hardly knew him. He spent most of his time locked away in this tower. He's dead too, you know. They're all dead. Mountains of corpses, yet I stand here alone, all alone. They've all abandoned abandoned me. Even he who promised me everlasting love. You will abandon me as well.
If I can lift the curse, you yourself will be free to leave. Tell me what happened here. Peasants sailed to the island to ask for food. Is that true?
No. They came to rob and kill. They thought us rich, believed we'd stowed ourselves away here to laugh at their misery. Yet we had little food as well. Too little to share with those who came. They slaughtered everyone. I heard my father cry out, but the mage told me not to reveal myself or let anyone in. He gave me a potion. If I was discovered, I was to drink it. He said everything would be all right.
What kind of potion was it? Remember its smell? What it looked like?
I remember only that I feared to drink it.
Didn't trust the mage?
In the village, they claimed he meddled in disease. Not curing it, but causing it. They said he lured rats into the tower, infected them with the Catriona. Only rumors, surely, but I was afraid. So horribly afraid. And then I heard him. My beloved Graham. He called to me. I opened the door for him, but others rushed in. They lunged at me and...
Your beloved failed to save you. Why?
There were too many. Leave her be, he shouted. He grabbed at them, tried to stop them. They just laughed.
Did they hurt you?
They gripped my arms, tore at my dress. I managed to free myself and drink the potion, and then... nothing.
Poisoned? That how you died?
No, for I later awoke. I was alone, it was dark. Only there were rats everywhere. Dozens. Hundreds. And I couldn't move.
Sleeping potion. Effects hadn't worn off yet. You were paralyzed.
They were everywhere. All over me like insects. My face, my hands. I felt them rip open my skin, then crawl into my stomach. They tore me apart, and I could not even scream. Have I not suffered enough? Why can't I leave this place?
You weren't the last to die on this island. Found a fresh corpse in the tower.
The island's a dangerous place. Folk should not venture here. I too wish to leave.
The dead man. Looked like a monster had attacked him, recently. The tower home to anything else?
How am I to know? There's lots of wraiths here. I hear them whispering every night.
Not talking about ghosts. A monster who hunts here. You must have noticed something.
I don't know. I've noticed naught. Why do you ask? Why must you press me so? You're to be my savior, not my tormentor.
Can you talk to the island's other specters?
No, I'm alone here. The others, they flee when they see me. I know not why. You do not fear me, do you?
No. Used to dealing with ghosts. Though, gotta admit, there's something about you. You're different. How can I help you?
A curse born of hatred binds me to this place. Only love's power can hope to lift it. But who could love a wraith?
And your beloved, he dead too?
Graham? No, he lives. I would know if he died. But he fled and abandoned me. Left me here all alone.
Maybe you could strip the curse of its power by forgiving him. You might cleanse the Isle. Your beloved, who is he? A noble son?
No, a poor fisherman. My father objected, strongly. He did not see us together. I miss him so. Each night I walk to the island shore to gaze upon the village. Does he remember me still?
Said before you can't leave the tower.
Did I? You must have misheard.
I don't think so.
I don't know anymore. It's all a nightmare to me.
Alright, in case you're wondering, she's full of shit, kind of, but she's the wraith that's killing everybody. However, if you want to lift the curse, don't try to fight her.
As I see it, you're the curse's focus. The other ghosts on the island, their auras aren't nearly as strong as yours. My medallion started pulsating as soon as we started talking.
I don't know what you mean, but you do seem to know some things. You could be right. My fate is tied to the Isle, I feel that. Perhaps because I am heiress of these lands.
It could be your blood ties to the land, the base of the curse, that is. If so, forgiving Graham, laying your resentment to rest should lift it.
I loved him. I'm prepared to forgive him. But I must know that he regrets what he did. Take my bones to him. He must bury them. This will be our farewell. Will you speak to him? Will you do this for me?
If you say not sure, I trust you, then you're going to cause a problem. She's going to fight you, and she's kind of tough. So just say fine.
Fine. I'll talk to Graham. Where will I find him?
He lives in the village on the lakeshore, yet... What if he's forgotten me?
If he loved you, he'll remember, and want to help.
He said he would always love me. Go to him. Make haste, please.
Now, if you, like I said, if you say that, say that you don't trust her, she'll then attack you, and if she attacks you, she's a tough fight. So, I mean, if you use your Yurden, it won't be too terrible, but she's still a tough fight. Every time she hits you, she's what's called a, let me think.
Till the end. What a shitty way to die.
I hope I get the entry in my bestiary. She's called a doom maiden or a poison maiden or something like that. Which basically every time she hits you, it's gonna poison you, and the poison effect is tremendous. It's absolutely tremendous. So at this point of the game, you get hit once, and basically you're gonna have to dance around for like half an hour, just trying to fight her. It's best to give the remains to Graham and do it that way. What we're going to do is we're going to bring him back, and we're going to have him take care of this shit and lift the curse on Fyke Island, and then say fuck you. Yeah, sometimes wraiths are bullshit artists, and you can fight them, but this one, even if you defeat her, she's just going to disappear and say you can't kill me or whatever and come back anyway. There are some wraiths like that. They'll just keep coming back. They're cursed to remain until something is resolved. So you can't simply defeat them, and then there'll be another one later on that we'll find who you have to do something similar. You have to give them something that they want, and then they'll finally leave. You can't just simply beat this particular... By the way, I noticed when I was doing my review yesterday, I have the noisiest chair. I have to get another new chair. I've gone through chairs like there's no tomorrow. I mean, I really need like a gaming chair, since they're supposed to be built to be comfortable for long use. Now, I don't really sit down for more than 2 hours straight anyway, but between this bed that I sleep in and this chair, my freaking, at my old age, my back's going on. I better get a new chair. Where the hell is the fucking door? Wait, this isn't... Oh no, I was right. Well, I was wrong and then I became right. So now we have to go back to the village. And of course, if we go to a village, you know what that means. It does not mean we're free. It means I'm going to play Gwent. Well, I'm going to try to anyway. I'm pretty sure that there's an innkeep or a merchant that can sell you some cards. And then you can play them. We're going to take a boat. We're going on a boat. We're going on a boat. You can't jump this. So we're going to have to go around. Back the way we came. Oh! Didn't even see that one. I forgot. I mean, I did see it before, but I forgot about it. Show me what you have to say.
Millie, we gotta flee. Quick now. Millie. Millie, what's with you?
I don't know. So up. Burning. Ah!
What? No. No, stay back.
Don't leave me.
Oh, two, don't leave me. Ooh. Put it away. I love how I still forget what buttons to press. Well, wait a minute. We should be able to... Alchemy, alchemy. Is there anything here that I can create? No. I've got a bunch of things, though. I got a bunch of ingredients. Or not ingredients, but I have a bunch of recipes. I wanted to say it a different way. Recipes, you can say recipes. That's pretty funny. I like mispronouncing words on purpose. Yeah, it's funny, eh? Yeah, that is not funny. I feel like I want to punch you. Where the hell is the exit to this place? Exit to this place. I have to get out of here. For God's sakes, get me out of here! Alright. Oh yeah, you see that? Those flies? If you fought that bitch, they'd be flying out at you and they'd be depleting your health at a ridiculous rate. So yeah, you're in your best bet not fighting her. Really, you are. I fought that phantom or that wraith or that specter or whatever the fuck you want to call it. And I'm telling you, it is not pleasant. So avoid it as best you can. There'll be plenty of wraiths for you to battle. Don't worry. Yeah, I wanted to use my sign. What's your sign? Mine's Igni! Bah! Oh. Okay with your, like, homing missile fucking accuracy. Blow up, blow up, blow up! There we go. BAM! You blow! He blows already, he blows big time. That's the spirit. Guys, what the hell with the fucking rot fiends? There's like a million of them. I got a million of them. Like all I'm doing is just dodging. Blow up. You stay there. You sit. You stand. And you're dead. Rot fiends don't drop a fucking all that blood, I don't even know what it does. Like I know what it's supposed to do, but I don't remember actually using it for anything. Alright, on to the boat. I don't really want to swim, I just want to get to the boat. So we're off to the town where this beloved Graham is. Is he a honeygram? Oh, come on, let's go now. Now be careful when you're on the boat. It's kind of flimsy, and if you hit anything, it's going to do damage. I've actually had a boat sink on me. And I'll show you where that happened and why that happened. I'll give you all the info inherent in sinking a little boat like this. We're going on a boat. Now, if you notice, there's a boat there, and we're heading into town, where the man they call Graham is. And we'll see that there's more to him than meets the eye. Let's get out of here. Get up. Are there merchants? I don't think there are merchants. I can't play you guys in Gwent? I want to play Gwent! Hello!
I want to talk.
You're deaf, damn it! I told you. Who are you?
I've been to the island. I know what happened there.
What do you want of me?
Want to talk to you about Annabelle.
Annabelle? What can you know about her?
I met her. Talked to her.
Annabelle's dead. Drank poison. And I couldn't save her.
I could save them.
Did you love her?
Something mad. Loved her so deep I believed we'd come through, believed we'd be together. Of course, it was not to her father's liking. His daughter and a plain lout.
What happened on Fyke Isle? You gotta tell me.
Twere Millie, Finch and Faulkner. They rallied the men, all roughs, to go to the Isle, take back what was ours from the noble. They knew I was known at the tower, that the Lord's servants would open the gate for me since I sold them fish.
They forced you to go with them?
No, I saw my chance in it. For Annabelle and me to flee. But it all spun in a chaos. Our boys from the village, they started killing everyone. Annabelle, they wanted to rape. First, then she drank the poison. Mage must have gave it her. I ran out the tower hollering that I wanted to die, cursing them all to hell. Don't force me to speak of it. No more, please.
Fuck you.
Said you were hollering as you fled the tower, the island. What exactly did you say?
I don't remember. I wanted them to pay for what they'd done to her.
Might have cursed them. There's a powerful magic aura on Fyke Isle. Passions, evil intent, strong emotions of any kind can activate it. Your words could be the curse's source.
She took the poison because of them.
It wasn't poison. Annabelle drank a strong sleeping potion. Mage wanted to protect her, make it look like she was dead. Convinced everyone.
That means... Is she... You said you spoke to her?
Spoke to her ghost. By the time she awoke, tower was full of cold corpses. And rats. She was warm meat. Rats ate her alive.
You mean... She was alive the whole time? But... It can't be. She was cold all through like a corpse. I shook her, begged her, open your eyes. I never thought...
It's not your fault. No guilt in not knowing, and you couldn't know it wasn't poison she drank.
Gods, what have I done? If I had stayed behind to bury her, I didn't notice she was alive. It might have ended different, ended well.
If you'd stayed on the island, I doubt you'd have survived.
I'd take death over leaving her to the rats like that. But there's naught I can do about it now.
Wrong on that count. Annabelle needs you. Her soul will only find peace if you help her.
But what can I do? It's too late.
Bury her bones. Annabelle should be laid to rest by one who loved her. It's the only way to lift the curse that holds Fyke Isle.
Those are... her bones?
Yes.
Give them here. And leave me be.
It's better than the alternative, trust me. If you do... Yeah, up a level. If you do fight the Spectre, the Wraith, the only way you can lift the curse at that point is if he goes there and professes her love to him, or he professes his love to her.
Storm's coming.
And then he has to make out with her as a... Oh, shit.
Annabelle was no longer a ghost. She's a pesta, and now she's free.
I think she took him, right? Yeah, he's dead. So, what you would have seen is, you would have seen me fight her, and then she would have cackled and said that she could never be defeated or whatever, and then at that point, I would have to get Graham back, take him back to the island, and he would then profess his love to her. She would turn into that wraith thing that you just saw, and he would have to make out with her, and then he would end up dead anyway. So either way, he was going to die. But I'm not sure if I got the bestiary of what she was. She was like a poison maid.
Go.
You fucking horse. No, don't go this way. No, don't come over here. I think oh yeah, here, this is a funny one. Let me just take a look at the bestiary. Cursed one. Berserker's botchling. Spectre. Plague Maidens, that's it. So you see what she looks like? He would have had to make out with that. This mission's hilarious.
No wonder he cursed us. We're doomed.
What are you doing here?
What? The sun flying from the moon? We're making offerings to the All-God, clearly.
You too can seek his aid. That's if you got fitting offerings. He scorned ours, then cursed the old village.
The All-God, you call him. First I've heard. Is some new deity?
Nay, 'tis ancient, revered by our forefathers. They say it were like this. Roslav of Oriton came here to gather brushwood. Suddenly, for no reason, a bush burst into flame. Then, Roslav heard a voice from the ground, demanding offerings and obedience.
We've been coming here since then, bearing gifts, in exchange for which the All-God watches over us, keeps us from evil.
Mm-hmm. Plain to see that. So, what's wrong with your offerings?
You needn't mock us. You can see right well we brought scraps. Before the war, I wouldn't give this such to me hounds. But what can we do? Such are the times.
And they're like to get worse. All-God said if he don't get a rafter of bacon and a barrel of beer at least, the rivers will fill up with frogs and locusts or some such will devour the harvest.
I could intercede on your behalf with this All-God of yours. Got a feeling we'd come to an understanding.
Well, I suppose it can't hurt to try. To speak with him, you have to stand before the altar and cry out, All-God, help a poor wretch in need. Who knows, he might just listen to a foreigner.
The All-God. This one's great. Okay, so we have to speak to this particular statue, right?
Oh, All-God, help a poor wretch in need. Pretty please.
How dare you disturb my divine rest, mortal?
I dare disturb it because I want your divine self to lift the, curse you cast. Those peasants really don't have.
They must bring worthy offerings or they shall face drought, driving hail, earthquakes, avalanches. I have spoken.
Avalanches? Here? How would that work? No answer from the All-God. Fine. We can finish our conversation when I find him. Voice came from underground.
Walk through the wall. I will remove it for you. Later.
Wine. Or more like vinegar. Someone drank it anyway.
Alright, now we're going to find the scent. See, this is a good portion. This is
something here.
What was this symbol?
Where's that artifact Kira gave me?
Shit. Well, you follow the scent down to this fat fuck. In a diaper.
What? Who dares?
Oh, no, he's. Oh, yeah, no, he's.
My divine being.
Geralt of Rivia. Pleasure. Expected the All-God to be corporeal in form, but never thought he'd be corpulent. Fattened up nicely at those peasants' expense.
Expense? Expense? Not a word about the help I give in return. Blessings, absolutions, enlightened advice. Believe me, these folks need all of it. I'd watch over them still if they fulfilled their end. But lately they offer these pathetic scraps.
That they steal from the mouths of their children. And to make matters worse, you cast a curse on them.
And I'll not lift it till they bring me worthy offerings. I'm to settle for curds and whey? Not a chance. And you can tell them that.
Been in this hole long?
For a century or so. One winter I found shelter here. Built a fire so large the flames leapt through the crack, lit the bushes above. I coughed from the smoke, and suddenly heard a peasant. A voice out of nowhere, he called. A miracle. Thus, I became a god.
Parasite, more like.
Maybe so. But what of Freya and Melitele then, hmm? Demanding prayers and offerings, giving naught in return? I talk at least.
Alright, now I would like to kill him, but nah.
Listen here, lard-ass. You're gonna be satisfied with what you get, or I'll feed you to the ravens.
Plowing reformers. No, fine, fine. I'll sup more modestly. But just till the end of the war, not one day longer.
Look at this fuck. I'm gonna loot your shit now, too. He's got some pretty good stuff. Now, what's he called? His kind is called... Ooh, we got a book. Stealing your alcohol. Let's take a look at the, let's see. Okay, let's take a look at the bestiarian. He is a hybrid. Oh, that's who he's a relict. Sylvans. Now, remember in Dragon Age Origins, a Sylvan was a giant tree? Not in this game. Relict Oil, Igni, and Devil's Sputfire and Salmon. We could have totally taken that guy. We could have fed him to the fucking wolves. But instead, I resolved it peacefully, as I tend to do. I don't kill what I don't need to kill. Only what's more dangerous. No, I didn't want to ignite that candle. I wanted to talk to the peasants. Thank you.
Talk to your old god, face to face.
And will he show us mercy?
He will. Promise to be pleased with whatever you bring.
I told you the All God's merciful, understanding. Thanks, Witcher.
Oh, one last thing. Did you know there's a crypt beneath this hill? Might want to take a look sometime. Architecture's fascinating.
That really doesn't do anything, but I just tell him that. Okay, so back to the quest. I still got to get that done with. Tower full of mice. Let's help Kira Mentz out. That's another thing too. I mean, if you have all these missions, most of them take more than like... The shorter side missions take about an hour. Like that tower full of mice took a while. Drowners! He's gonna kick me off. Yep. Thanks, horse. You find out, too, that Roach is just a name that he names his horses. So it's not like Roach is anything special. To him, it's just... Of course, of course. I don't know why he calls his horses Roach, but he does. I mean, he never explains that. Okay, with the swipes, pal. Now remember, your vitality increases on its own. But if you do unlock the perk where you can increase your vitality by 10% more, out in the sun, that makes it better. I didn't pick that last corpse.
Let's go.
Since I don't really care to. I love, too, that there are all these people hanging up, you know, strung up on, like, tree branches. Sorry with all the throat clearing. For whatever reason, I have more phlegm than usual. I know, that's very, very enticing and appealing a conversation. Alright, Kira. You little sorceress bitch. Send me on all these errands and you don't do shit. Can I actually make something now or no? Like I was saying in Witcher 2, if you played that game, you have to meditate to make potions. And level up. Now you don't have to. Damn it. Still don't have the ingredients. Hello, Kira.
Geralt, just when I was starting to miss you.
Tell me more about this mage from the Isle. Were you two close?
Never expected you'd take such an interest in my private life.
More interested to know if you bonded as fellow magic practitioners.
Oh, we had little in common in that arena. Oh, Alexander was one of those anxious experimenters, forever short on sleep. The kind that thinks perfect happiness is an isolated tower and a full set of vials and alembics.
Okay.
Fyke Isle's free of its curse.
And you withheld this news until now? Why? I gave you a Xenovox. But the curse, what was its source?
The dark spell clung to the spirit of Annabelle, the Lord's daughter. To free her and the Isle, Graham, her beloved, had to help me.
So it ended well.
I lifted the curse, so the island's clear. Annabelle's soul is free. Thing is, turned out she's a pesta. Graham's dead.
And you failed to notice? You're losing your touch. Be that as it may, Fyke Isle is free of its curse. That's important. I'm almost inclined to say good work.
The lamp. What do you want to do with it?
As I said, you may keep it. I don't believe I shall need it anymore, given the Isle's been cleansed. I actually regret not going there with you. Perhaps we can make up for that lost time now.
One thing's bothering me.
What?
Annabelle said Alexander was studying diseases. She mentioned Catriona. You knew this?
All the mages knew about it. Alexander was a highly regarded epidemiologist. I would have given anything for an opportunity to study his notes, but he guarded them jealously.
All right. Time I was on my way.
Perhaps you'd stay just a bit longer? There's one small favor you might yet do for me.
What is it?
I put in an order for a few substances from Novigrad. The trader was due to be here yesterday, but has yet to arrive. Could you see what happened? The package is rather important to me.
Why not? If he was coming here from Novigrad, he must have passed through Blackbow. I'll check the area.
Thank you. I shall be ever so grateful.
Kira is a possible love partner, if I haven't mentioned, which I'm sure I did. And this particular turn of events will progress that aspect of your relationship if you so choose. I do not so choose in this playthrough. I nailed her in the last one, but in this one I'm not going to do that. I've already mentioned that I'm going to be as faithful as I can to Yennefer. Since I wasn't always faithful to Triss. In fact, I was never faithful to Triss. When I was playing the second Witcher, I managed to nail a few women behind Triss's back. And Triss. Because, you know, you gotta do both. Okay. So we gotta find the... Something's shaking something or other. It's like an earthquake or something. Okay. And we've got wheel tracks.
Wheels. Merchant's wagon.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. We're gonna follow this. Into the forest. I were king of the forest. Here.
Yeah, merchant traveling.
Ooh.
Alone. No way that was going to end well. Cuts of meat. Cataplepus. Wonder what spell requires that.
And we could pick all the shit. We need that water. We're running out of food.
Human. From an artery. Can't be far. Wouldn't have made it.
I like that there are consumables, but I don't like to use them all against, like, just rot fiends. With their double-handed thrust. Oh, he's already blown up. Nice. So it seems as though a rot fiend killed you. That's pathetic.
That's Velen for you.
Find the ingredients. Well, I found a note. Now let's look at the inventory. See, I like mispronouncing names. Isn't it funny? Missing merchant's letter. Don't even have to read it. Just got to look at it. And you will get a perk. There is a perk or a trophy for reading many letters. All right. That wasn't too bad.
Magic, though. Wonder how Kira will explain this one.
Now she's going to ask you for one more favor, which will seem like a favor to you more so than to her if you want to play that game. I am a Yennefer man. I'm all for the dark-haired woman. You know, I was reading up on some of the books of, you know, for The Witcher. They made a show and everything. And I was reading up on some of the different aspects of it and the histories and pasts of each. There's so much that's missed that they sort of explain in the games that they never really get into. But, I mean, the games do a good enough job for it, so I'm not going to go nuts. There is a lot going on here. I don't know how I drove him into a fence. That wolfsbane is back, and I'm going to pick it. All right, Kira, I got your items. Here you are, you barefooted bonanza.
Oh, it's just when I was starting to miss you.
Got those, substances you wanted?
Splendid. I can finally begin my study of double arboreal racination patterns. But first, I'll...
Brew yourself a mug of mulled wine? Saw what the wagon was carrying. Exquisite meats, expensive wines, Zeracanian spices. Not a speck of magic. Care to tell me what you're up to?
I would rather show you. But you must wait a bit.
Color me intrigued. Fine, I'll wait.
Then shoo, outside.
Gonna slip into something more comfortable?
Later. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Well, go on, out.
Yeah, Kira's wanting this Witcher ass, I'll tell you that, man. So like I said, if you want, you can get all romantic with her.
You've been patient, thank you. It's almost ready.
Huh? If I wanted to see white mice, I'd just get drunk.
Note that I said almost. Now don't interrupt. The Cain Vin Cathel.
Third mouse. What happened to it?
The spell has a 66.67% chance of success. I always use one more than I need, just in case.
So where did... Kira, can I explain what's going on here?
Know the fairy tale about Cinderella?
Mm-hmm. True story it's based on, too. A Zoogle cropped up in a palace pond and ate Princess Cinderella whole. Left behind one slipper, so...
I beg you, not another word about Zoogles. Now, to return to the fairy tale. I'd like to escape these ghastly swamps for one magical night. I don't need a fairy godmother, I'll cast the spells myself. But I could use a Prince Charming. It just so happens you're the only decent candidate in all Velen. So, What do you say to a moonlight ride on horseback? And dinner?
I'm a witcher, not a gigolo.
Don't flatter yourself. I don't want to shag you in the bushes, but to share a pleasant evening. But if no, then no.
Oh, all right. I'll do it.
I feel honoured. Truly. Before we go, there's one more thing.
Gotta transform a pumpkin into a carriage?
No. I shall transform our rancid rags into something more glamorous. Don't wince. It'll only be an illusion, won't hurt a bit. And at dawn, everything will return to normal.
Why not? Might as well go all out.
Then hold on tight. Gavella Glan.
I love how they do kind of make it seem like the fairy tales are real.
Neckline too modest?
It's just right.
Oh, I might also have changed your hair colour while I was at it. I've always fancied dark-haired men. Oh well, any port in a storm. Well, off we go. Dinner's waiting. Last one there does the dishes.
All right, so we're gonna race her, and she's gonna lose, because nobody beats me in races. It just doesn't happen. I've been racing too many times in these games. But okay, so let me give you a tip on, hi, how are you? Let me give you a tip on how to race. What you want to do is you want to make sure that the stamina doesn't run out. So when you have a big, gigantic lead like this, just kind of ease off on the rings, and you see how she picks up speed? Then you can just start booking it again. Now, if you have a saddle that gives you more stamina, then it's a lot easier. Because then you can just keep running it. But I won. Hey, hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Try to catch me.
Alright, now I can just start booking it. That was a crock of shit. Fucking thing got in my way. By the way, you also know I like to cut corners. Haha, I win. Alright, like I said, I'm not getting it on with her this time. Sorry.
I thought you were a better horseman.
For the record, I was riding a mouse.
For someone who usually trots around on a roach, that shouldn't present a challenge. Now do you see why I needed those substances?
Beef and cinnamon and cloves, roasted capon with shallots. It was worth the trouble.
Shall I pour the white or the...
Dry red, but let it breathe a little first.
Well, well, never took you for a wine connoisseur.
Think witchers suck the marrow out of drowner bones and wash it down with puddle water?
More or less. Well, we've chatted long enough on empty stomachs. Let's dig in.
Must have cost you a small fortune. Sure you don't need me to pitch in?
Please, I manage. You know, a dozen eggs here, a cock or gander there. Besides, my finances are about to improve.
How, if you don't mind my asking? I mean, you'd think the only work to be had in Velen would be in farming.
Very true. So, I've two options. I can either start cultivating turnips or leave. But that's not what I wish to discuss. Thank you once again, Geralt, for your help with the tower. You were fabulous.
Not the first curse I've lifted.
But among the most difficult, correct? What happened on that island? Why, I shiver at the thought. And the laboratory. I sincerely hope you burnt everything. The cages, the corpses, the papers.
Didn't destroy that workshop, if that's what you're asking. Didn't see any reason to.
If Alexander's findings were to fall into the wrong hands... Although, Fyke has a terrible reputation. None even dare go there. Perhaps there's nothing to worry about. I'm sorry. Such a gloomy subject to broach. I simply shouldn't have, not during our romantic dinner.
Romantic? Thought we came here as friends.
Friends. With benefits. So?
Sorry, there's someone else.
So what? Oh, Geralt, you're so old-fashioned. Will you at least lie down and gaze at the stars with me?
Why not?
This way she doesn't get too hurt. It's not like I'm saying, nah, you're unattractive. I'm saying, sorry, I'm into some...
Know what they call that constellation in Zeracania?
Dragon something, I bet.
No, it has a different name. A bit indecent, actually. Lean closer and I'll whisper it in your ear.
She's totally wanting this.
Kira? Where? Put me to sleep with a spell. Means she's up to something. Fyke Isle. The tower.
Now, if you told her that you burnt everything, or if you did burn everything, then this probably wouldn't be happening. But since we didn't, it is happening. We have to go back on the island. And we have to see what Kira's up to. I mean, we don't have to, but I prefer doing as such. Oh, Kira, you that upset that I didn't fuck you? Or, let me put it this way, that I didn't bed you? Oh, I got drowners following me, nice. Now, ordinarily, I'd want to use a boat, but this is why you don't want to swim to this place. Especially when it's raining out and the tide is high and I'm moving on. I'm holding on, I should. Okay. Back on Fyke Island. Because Kira is doing something she's not supposed to be. Like all sorcerers except for Triss, more or less, she is plotting. And we don't like sorceresses' plots. Because usually sorceresses' plots mean somebody's going to get hurt. Wait till Mo sees how loaded I got without him. He's going to plot.
Light. Top floor of the tower.
What are you doing, Kira? Oh yeah, I didn't even level my...
So, found what you were looking for?
Yes, thanks for asking. How are you feeling? Sleep well?
You used me.
Oh, please. I merely seized an opportunity.
If I'd known you just wanted Alexander's notes, I'd never have helped you lift the curse from Fyke Isle.
All right. Perhaps I wasn't completely honest. Didn't quite toe the line. But I knew you'd manage. You're so manly and all. Geralty poo. Wipe that frown off your face, or I might think you don't like me anymore.
Didn't come here to play games. I want to know what you're up to.
Naturally, you suspect me of the worst. I don't deserve that. My intentions are pure, like a virgin's tears. Alexander was studying the Catriona plague. I'll use his notes to produce medication, perhaps a cure, or at least a vaccine.
Mm-hmm. Strictly humanitarian motivations, is that it?
No, strictly selfish ones. The mighty would pay willingly for such a remedy. Can you imagine how much? Take Radovid, for instance. Why, he might even consider forgetting my past associations with the Lodge.
You're either incredibly gullible, or you're trying to play me again.
Whatever do you mean?
Radovid has one objective: to defeat Emir. Curing Catriona, stopping the plague, won't help him do that. So he'll either burn you at the stake with those notes among the kindling, or he'll make you use them to create a weapon.
Don't be ridiculous. Bacteria cannot be controlled.
Not yet. But it's possible in theory, isn't it?
In theory, it's just as possible for a dachshund to impregnate a she-wolf. I don't have time to debate this, Geralt. I'm going to see Radovid whether you like it or not.
Kira, I won't let you do this. Thousands of lives in exchange for your amnesty might seem a fair price to you, not to me.
I'll not give you these notes. I'll not give you anything.
Please, don't make me.
Shut up and draw your sword.
Oh. Just because I didn't screw you, huh? Yeah, come on, be as useless as you were when I was playing with you. Well, I never fought Kira before, but oh, now look, I got these fucking ghouls after me. That's one thing about mages, is once you start hitting them, they can't do anything.
Didn't have to end this way.
All right. Well, like I said, if you have sex with her, she doesn't do that. She'll just be like, all right, whatever, and she'll just hand them to you and then walk away. Not even get a chance to use my mental prowess. So I'm going to, let's take a look. Let's see what else I can handle. There's the crones. Wild at heart. There's that. Alright, let's try this one. Okay, so I will be right back, so don't go away. I will return with more Witcher 3.